Hi and welcome to class. My name is Christine and this class is called Create Space. So this is a beautiful class, especially when you have a long desk day, you're sitting a lot, you're not moving that much and the energy is getting down and down step by step. So we're going to open up the body. We're creating some space, length, especially in the front parts, in the thighs, in the hips, and also in the chest parts. You don't need any props for this class, but if you want to integrate some nice essential oils for the diffuser, you will find a blend suggestion in the description. Okay, so let's get started and we're going to start on our backs. So lay on your back, put your feet on the floor and make sure that you don't have the feet too close to your butt. So keep them more in line with your knees. And then bring your hands, your palms, to these two front pelvic points, the ASAS points. Lay your palms there and bring your index fingers together. And now think you want to move those pelvic points towards one another and finding a nice activation in the lower belly. Stay with this. Now bring the attention to your glutes and start to activate them as well. And with this activation, so with this engagement in the center, you can keep your hands on these ASAS points. You're going to lift up into a low bridge. So you're finding a little bit of a pressure with your hands here, just to remind your brain, okay, I have to fire my glutes. And then from here, you just start lifting and lowering your heels. So we're going to open up, opening up the back fascia, and starting with the feet here. So we're going to open up the plantar fascia, which also affects the back of the legs as well. So just keep lifting and lowering your heels and keep your lower belly super active. The glutes are working as well. And you will feel this after a few more breaths. This requires a lot of activation. And this is what we want to have. So getting some heat and energy in the body. Do this a few more breaths, lifting and lowering the heels. Notice what your glutes are doing. So if you notice, okay, they're starting to get weak, so keep firing them again. One more breath here. Good. And then bring your heels down. Keep your hips lifted. Now reach your arms up towards the ceiling so that the palms are facing towards one another. Your belly stays active, the glutes are active. And from here, you just take your right hand, grab your left fingers, and now pull the fingers back towards the shoulder just to stretch out the wrist here. So it's super important, especially when we are on our hands. It doesn't matter if we are in a plank pose or any other poses where we are on our hands. It's always very important to prepare the wrists for the class. So stretching out the wrist on the left side and then just switch sides. So grab your right hand and pull the fingers back towards the shoulder. Keep your lower belly active. Notice what your glutes are doing. So don't lose that engagement in your center. And then release your hands and from here, take your time slowly, lower down vertebra by vertebra. Super nice. Okay, from here, interlace your hands behind your head. Move your elbows in and then bring your legs up towards the ceiling. You can keep a slight bend in your knees, so you don't have to straighten them fully. Keep a slight bend in your knees and keep your lower belly active. Keep the elbows in as well. And on your next exhale, you're going to lift your shoulder blades off the floor. Now notice if you're lifting with your hands, so don't do this. So it's just the lift comes from the center and you keep your head super soft. So you even lean the head back into your hands. Good. And then inhale and lower. Exhale, come up. So we're warming up the abdomen as well. Now from here, keep your shoulder blades off the floor and then just tap your right foot down on the floor and bring it back up. Inhale and lower. Exhale, come up. Now tap your left foot down Lift it back up. Good. Inhale and lower. We're going to build on this. Exhale, come up. Shoulder blades are off the floor. Keep your lower belly active. Now tap the right foot down. Bring it back up. Tap the left foot down. Good. Bring it back up. And then inhale and lower. Other side. Exhale, come up. Tap the left foot down. Bring the leg back up. Tap the right foot down. And bring it back up. Inhale and lower. We do one more round, adding a twist as well. Exhale, come up. Keep your elbows in. Shoulder blades are off the floor. Now twist an inch over towards the right. Make sure that your right shoulder blade is still off the floor. And then tap the right foot down. Bring it back up. Left foot. And up. Come back to center. Inhale and lower. Exhale, come up. Now twist an inch towards the left. Tap the left foot down and bring it up. Right foot. Bring it up. Come back to center. Inhale and lower. And then step your feet down. And find your way in a tabletop position. So coming onto your hands and knees. Okay, so from here, you're going to have your wrists in line with your shoulders. Spread your fingers super wide and push your hands down. So make sure that you're not collapsing in between the shoulder blades. So really push yourself out here and keep your lower belly active. From here, bring your attention to your throat, to your head as well. So you're moving the throat back. I don't want you to let the head hang. So keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. And with this activity, you're going to reach your right leg back and then lift it up. But don't open the hip here, so the pelvis stays leveled. Lower belly is active. Now from here, listen, you're going to bend the knee in towards your chest. Open the knee out to the side. You're getting into a hip abduction. Bring it back in. Reach the leg back and bring it back down. We do this a few more times. Lift your leg up. Bend your knee, open to the side, bring it back in, reach it back and tap it down. Two more. Lift, bend your knee, open, bring it back in, reach it back and tap down. Last time, lift your leg up, bend your knee, open to the side, bring it back in, reach it back, tap the foot down and then bring the knee back in. Okay, let's do the other side. Reach your left leg back, keep the toes tucked under, keep your lower belly active, and then lift the leg up, just hip high, so the pelvis is leveled, and then bend your knee into your chest, open it out towards the left, bring it back in, reach the leg back, tap the foot down. A few more, lift it up, bend your knee into your chest, open to the left, bring it back in, reach it back, tap it down. Two more. Lift up and bend. Keep pushing your hands down and just notice that your neck stays long. Last time here, lift your leg up, bend your knee, open towards the left, bring it back in, reach back, tap the foot down and bring your knees in. Good. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into a dolphin pose. You have two options. You can either interlace your hands, especially if you have a kind of a tight shoulders or not that much strength in the shoulders, or you can come onto your forearms. So it's your option. So coming down here, if you have your hands interlaced, keep them and just pushing your forearms and even the wrists down. If you have your palms down, and spread your fingers wide, push your forearms down. Now release and relax your head first. Then tuck your toes under, and you feel when you engage your lower belly, you feel a little bit of a dooming in between the shoulder blades, a little bit of a rounding. And then stay with this activity, but lift your hips up towards the ceiling. You can step your feet a little bit closer. You can keep your knees bent as much as you need to, but I really want you to push your forearms down, engaging the shoulders here, so warming up the shoulders. And then with this, you're going to reach your right leg back, just hip high, just what we did before. Now this time, bend your knee and then just start pulsing the leg. So you're moving the leg up towards the ceiling. but you keep the pelvis level so you don't open the hip here. So the heel is facing towards the ceiling. Keep pushing your hands down, lower belly stays active. We're going to stay for 2 more breaths. And then step the foot down. Let's do the other side right away. So lift your left leg up, bend your knee, and then start pulsing on the other side. Lifting and lowering your leg. Keep pushing the forearms down. So you might feel already something in your shoulders. Keep your neck relaxed. Super nice. So this is a nice opening of the front part of the hip, the thigh. And of course, warming up for the shoulders as well. 1 more breath here. And then step the foot down, coming onto your knees. Sit back for a moment. Circle your shoulders. That should feel really nice. So we're going to prepare and start with some Sun Salutation One to warm up the body a little bit more. So come to the front of your mat. Open the feet as wide as your hips and make sure that you have just what we did on the floor. Remember when we were in that low bridge. So you have the activity in your lower belly, your glutes are active. And with this activity, engagement in the center, you're going to bring the attention to your head, to your throat. Move the throat back. The alignment is ear and shoulders are in line. So the neck stays long. It's just elongating from the spine. Okay, inhale. Reach your arms forward and up. Exhale. You can bring your hands to your hip creases and then push your hips back. So sitting deep in your hips. Bring your hands down. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee and untuck your toes. Inhale, come up into a low lunge. Stay with the activity in your center. Glutes are active. Now bring your left hand, make a fist and bring your left hand to your sacrum. Keep pushing with the left hand forward. So you're also moving the glutes forward to get more length in the front of your thigh. And then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. And bring your hands down, step back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank, lower belly is active. Exhale, bring your knees down and slowly lower. Untuck your toes, push your pubic bone down, and then think of pulling your hands back, lift into a low cobra. Inhale. Exhale and lower. Tuck your toes, lift through your knees, back into a downward facing dog, and step your feet a little bit closer. Keep your knees bent here. I want you to have the spine super long. Now step the right foot forward, bring the left knee down, untuck your toes, come up into a low lunge. Make a fist with your right hand and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling, creating some space here in the side body. Big breath. Good. And then bring your hands down, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to. You're going to push your feet down. When you come up with your next inhale, reaching the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Again, you can bring your fingers to your hip creases, telling the hips, okay, you have to hinge back. Going back here, bring your hands down, step your left foot back, lower your left knee, keep the toes tucked under this time, and then come up into a low lunge from here. Now go post the arms, so the elbows are bent and in line with your shoulders. Now bring the attention to your scapula, your shoulder blades, and squeeze them towards one another. You create a nice little opening here in the front of your chest. Big breath here. Bring your hands down, step back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, bring your knees down, slowly lower. Untuck your toes, push your pubic bone down. The glutes stay active, by the way, in this pose. Inhale, cobra. Exhale and lower. Tuck your toes, lift through your knees, back into a downward facing dog, and step your feet a little bit closer. Keep your knees bent, push your hands down. Step your left foot forward, bring your right knee down, keep the toes tucked under, come up, low lunge. Lower belly is active, glutes are active. Go post the arms, and then squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Feel that nice opening in the front part. Bring your hands down, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold, keep your knees bent. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up, coming up with a long spine. Exhale, hinge at your hips, go down. Let's start with the first part of the sequence. Step your right foot back, stay here. Now reach your arms back and lift the upper body a little bit higher. Think of lengthening from your sternum, so think of elongating your sternum. The neck stays long. Keep your glutes active at the same time, lower belly is in. Now reach your right arm forward. Think of more length, more space if we want to create. And then start alternating. Bring your left arm forward, right arm goes back. We do this 2 more times. Keep breathing. Next time, when you have your right arm forward, you're going to stay there. And with your next inhale, you open up towards the right, turning to the back here. Bring your left hand down. You are in a twisted crescent when we're going to turn the front body towards the right. Now bring the attention to your left shoulder blade, left scapula, and move the shoulder blade towards the back rib. So start to stabilizing here from the left shoulder, and then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Relax your head for a moment. Breathe here. Then bring the right hand to the inside of the front foot, turning towards the left. Again, you're going to stay here and open into a goddess pose. So you're turning the toes out, heels come in. And then from here, go post the arms, just what we did before. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Good, and breathe. Now start pulsing here, lifting and lowering. Keep your lower belly active. Breathe into that nice opening of your chest. Take one more breath here. Good. And then turn towards the front again. Coming onto your hands and knees, just what we did before. And then bring your right knee out to the side. Bring it back in. And the left. So we're alternating here. Lower belly stays active. Neck stays long as well. Do this a few more times. Good. 2 more. Good. And then next time when you have your right knee up, you stay there, reach your right leg back, and then turn the front body up towards the ceiling, getting into a modified side plank. Lower belly is super active. Think of pushing your glutes forward. So we want to have this nice length in the thigh and in the front of the hip. Maybe you're going to reach your arm up. Maybe you let your head hang for a moment, getting a nice stretch for your neck as well. Don't forget to stabilize with the left shoulder, so shoulder blade is moving towards the back rib. Take one more breath here. And then from here, bring your right hand to your hip. Look towards the front. Step the right foot forward, followed by the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, go down. We do the other side. Step your left foot back. Stay here, keep your glutes active, and then reach your arms back and lift the upper body a little bit higher so you have kind of a 45-degree ankle. The belly is off your thighs. And from here, you're going to reach your left arm forward and then the right. So we're alternating here. Keep breathing, keep your glutes working. One more time each side. And then next time when you have the left arm forward, you're going to stay there. Take an inhale and come up, turning towards the back. We're going into that twisted crescent. So right hand comes down. You're turning the upper body towards the left. Reach your left arm up. Let your head release. Don't forget to stabilize with the right shoulder blade. And breathe. One more big breath here. And then bring the left hand to the inside of your front foot, turning towards the right again, coming into a goddess pose, turning the toes out, heels in. Goal post the arms, squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another and start pulsing. Lower belly is super active. Don't forget to keep the neck long, moving the throat back. Breathe into the opening of the front of your chest. Take one more breath here. And then turn towards the front again. We're coming onto our hands and knees. And you directly start to lift your left knee out to the side
and the right. Move your throat back. Don't let your head hang and don't lift the chin. So the neck stays in line with the rest of your spine. 2 more. And then next time when you have your left knee up, you're going to stay there and reach your left leg back, coming into a modified side plank. Stabilize with the right shoulder blade. Maybe reach your left arm up. Keep pushing your glutes forward, getting the opening here, but your lower belly stays active. Let your head hang. 1 breath here. And then bring your left hand to your hip. Look towards the front. Step the left foot forward, followed by the right. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Let's do 1 round of Sun Salutation A. Exhale, hinge at your hips. You can always use your fingertips here, getting into your hip creases. Step back into a high plank, either lower chaturanga or lower through your knees. Inhale to an upward facing dog or cobra. Keep your glutes and lower belly active. And exhale back into a downward facing dog. Big inhale here into your nose. And when you exhale, open your mouth and sigh. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Good. Push your hands down. 1 more breath here. And we're going to start with the second part of the sequence. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up, down dog split. So don't open the hip here. The toes are facing towards the floor and the pelvis is leveled. Now from here, step that right foot half of the way, so to the center of your mat, and then lift your left leg up. It's kind of a standing L, standing split shape. Step the foot down, reach your right leg back and up, down dog split. Step the foot half of the way, lift the left leg. So we're alternating here, and we do this a few more times. Do this in your own breathing rhythm. Good. 2 more. And then next time when you have your right leg up in that down dog split, you're going to stay there. And then from here, you're going to step the foot forward in between your hands, turn your back toes towards the side, and then open into a warrior 2. So again, keep your glutes working, lower belly is active, reaching the arms forward and back. Front knee is bent. Inhale, reverse your warrior, so we're starting opening up the side body. Exhale, warrior variation, bring your right forearm on your thigh, reach your left arm up and over your ear. Inhale, reverse, and warrior variation. 1 more time, inhale, reverse. Now listen, you're going to windmill your hands down. We're going into a 1-leg dolphin pose. So you come onto your forearms, reach your right leg back and up, bend your knee, and just pulses here. Just what we did in the beginning. Lifting the leg. Make sure you're releasing your neck here, but push your forearms down. Nice. Take 1 more breath. And then just step your right foot down. And then walk your feet back. We're coming into a forearm plank. Keep your lower belly super active. Keep your neck long. 1 more breath here. And then slowly lower into a Sphinx pose. So you're still on your forearms, but you're pushing your pubic bone down on the floor. And think again, this nice opening of your chest, creating space here, and breathe. 1 more breath. Nice. And then come down slowly. Bring your hands next. Your toes, lift through a plank back into a downward facing dog. Step your feet a little bit closer. 1 more inhale here to prepare. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh. Nice. And then from here we do the other side. Reach your left leg back and up when you inhale. Step the foot half of the way and then reach your right leg into a standing L kind of shape here. Step your foot down, reach your left leg back, 3-leg dog. Step the foot half of the way and that's standing L. Do this a few more times. Do it in your own breathing rhythm. Make sure that you're engaging your lower belly. Push your hands down. Nice way to open the whole back fascia line. 1 more time. Keep breathing. And next time when you have the left leg up, you're going to stay there. And this time, step the foot forward in between your hands, open into a warrior two. Again, keep your lower belly active. Glutes are pushing forward. Reach your arms forward and back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Open and breathe into the left side body. Warrior variation. Bring your left forearm down. Reach your right arm up and over. Inhale, reverse. And warrior variation. Nice one. Inhale, reverse. Now listen. Don't forget, we're going to go into that dolphin pose. So windmill your hands down onto your forearms. Reach your left leg back. Bend your knee right away. And then pulsing. Push your forearms down. Relax your head. Take one more breath here. And then step your foot down. Walk your feet back, coming into a forearm plank. Lower belly is super active. Push your forearms down. Take one more breath here. Length. And then come onto your legs into Sphinx Pose. And breathe. Nice opening of the chest. Take one more breath. Good. And then slowly lower. Bring your hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes. Lift through your plank. Back into a downward facing dog. Step your feet a little bit closer. Now this time, walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep your knees bent and really hinging those hips back. So again, you can this time take your thumbs and put them to your hip creases so that you can really like snuggle in that pose. And you can bring your hands down and just move a little from right to left. This should feel really nice for your back. Take one more breath here. And then push into your feet with your next inhale. Come back up. And walk to the front again. We end up in Tadasana. And just stay here for a moment and breathe. So you don't lose the activation in your lower belly. You keep your glutes active. But just feel that nice opening here that we created in the front of the chest, and breathe into this. So breathing to the front, but also breathing to the sides, breathing towards the whole rib cage and to the back as well. And then with your next inhale, open your eyes, and we're going to bring these two sequences together. We alternate a little and adding some more stuff. So yeah, let's get started. This time when you inhale, you're going to reach your arms forward and up into a chair pose. So you're hinging those hips back. And then from here, interlace your hands behind your back. Stay here. Keep your lower belly super active. Keep your neck long. Now bring the attention to your left foot. Push the left foot down and then step your right foot back. Good. Activate your glutes so they are helping you to stabilize here. And then release your hand and just reach the arms back. Keep your neck long. Reach your right arm forward and then alternate reaching the left and the right. We do this a few more times. Good. 2 more. And then next time when you have your right arm forward, you just stay there. And with your next inhale, you open into warrior two directly. So reaching the right arm back, left arm comes forward. Keep your lower belly active and breathe here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior variation. One more time. Inhale, reverse. And warrior variation. Inhale, reverse. Now listen, you're going to windmill the hands down, coming onto your hands and knees. And then lift your right leg into that abduction and the left. Keep your neck long. Keep your lower belly active. Good. 2 more of this. And next time when you have your right knee up, you're going to stay there, coming into a modified side plank. This time you can bend your knee, you can grab your foot here and open up. So make sure that you don't let your front ribs pop out when you're leaning back. So keep pulling the front ribs in, keep your lower belly active, but breathe into that nice stretch of the front of your hip and your thigh. Let your head hang for a moment. An option here, you can stay in this pose, or you're going to go into a reverse tabletop, stepping the right foot behind you. Step both feet on the floor and then lift your hips up, reach your arm up and overhead. Don't forget to stabilize with the left shoulder, so moving the shoulder blade towards the left part of your back rib. One more breath here. And then come to the front again, bring your hand down. Step into a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. Exhale, bring your knees down, slowly lower. Reach your arms back, this time coming to a locust pose here. Or you can also bring it into a bow pose, so you can bend your knees, grab your feet, but push your pubic bone down before you're lifting up. Keep your glutes active. One more breath. Good. And then bring everything down. Hands next to your chest. Lift through a plank back into a downward facing dog. Reach your right leg back and up. Step the foot to the center of your mat and then come into a standing L. Good. We do this a few more times. Down dog split. Step the foot and load it. Bring the other leg up. 2 more. Last time. Step it. Load it. Stay here in that standing L. Now this time come onto your fingertips. Again, think of moving your sternum forward. Keep your neck long. And then just finding a little bit of a retraction in between the shoulder blades. And think of that squeezing that we just created before. And this could feel, or this is a really nice way to release the fascia in between the shoulder blades. Take one more breath. Good. And then come onto your palms again. We do one more down dog split here. And then step the foot in between your hands and open into a half moon pose. So this is new. You're going to reach the left leg back. Left hip comes over the right. Keep a slight bend in your right knee. And breathe here. You can bring your left arm up if that feels good. One more breath. And then bring your left hand down. Now listen, you're going to bring the left knee behind the right. And then just bring the knee down towards the floor. Turning to the long side of your mat. And you end up in a seated twist. Option 1, you just reach your bottom leg if you can't sit on both sits bones. Otherwise, keep your knee bent. From here, think of lengthening first when you inhale, and then just twist over towards the right, getting into a nice twist here. Keep breathing. And with your next inhale, you're going to come to the front again, but listen, you just lift up, turning from here towards the back. Come onto your forearms, reach your left leg back and up into that one leg dolphin. This time you just lift and lower your right heel. And breathe. Take one more breath. And then step your foot down. From here, push into your hands. So you're going to lift your forearms off the floor, getting back into a downward facing dog. Now walk your hands back towards your feet. Sit deep in your hips in that kind of a happy squat position. And let your head release for a moment. You can also interlace your hands behind your head. And getting some nice length in your neck as well. Without pushing here, so it's just a little support, a little feedback with your hands. Good. One more breath. And then release your hands. Turn towards the front. Swivel your hips a little from right to left here. So you're in a crossed leg forward fold. And then uncross your legs. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart and down by your side. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale, Uttanasana chair pose. Interlace your hands behind your back and bring the attention to your right foot this time. Bring more weight on your right foot and then step your left foot back. Activate your glutes, activate your lower belly, release your hands, still reaching the arms back, and then just reach your left arm forward and then the right. Alternating here. Keep your neck long, lower belly is active. 2 more. And next time when you have the left arm forward, you're going to stay there. And from here with your next inhale, open into a warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior variation. Getting really long in the side body. Inhale, reverse. And warrior variation. One more time. Inhale, reverse. And from here, windmill your hands down, coming onto your hands and knees. And then lift your left leg, left knee up, and the right. Alternating here. Keep your lower belly active. Push your hands down. A few more of this. Good. Next time when you have your left knee up, you're going to stay there. Open into a modified side plank. Option 1. You just bend your knee, grab your foot, and stay here. Keep your glutes active. Keep pushing the glutes forward. Option 2, you can step the foot behind, getting into a reverse table. Your options that you can take. Don't forget to stabilize with the right shoulder blade. Good. And then come back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. Exhale, lower on your belly. Option 1, locust pose. Option 2, grab your feet, push the pubic bone down, keep your glutes active. Bow pose is your option here. Take one more breath and then slowly release. Hands next to your chest. Lift through your plank. Back into a downward facing dog when you exhale. Keep your knees bent. Push your hands down, spine stays long. And from here, reach your left leg back and up. Inhale. Step the foot half of a way and then lift your right leg. We alternate here. Do this a few more times in your own breathing rhythm from down dog split into that kind of a standing L shape. 2 more. And next time when you are in the standing L shape, you're going to stay there. Now come onto your fingertips. Reach your sternum forward. Keep your neck long. Don't lift the chin here. So it's just that opening in your chest. And then squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. It's a kind of a little of a retraction in between the shoulder blades. Take one more breath here. And then bring your palms down, step back. One more time, down dog split, inhale. And then step the foot forward in between your hands. Open into a half moon pose. Right hip comes over the left. You can keep a slight bend in the left knee. Keep pulling your lower belly in. Maybe reach your right arm up. Take one more breath here. And then bring your right hand down. Bend your right knee. Bring it on the floor. Turn towards the left side, coming into a seated twist. Option 1, you can reach your bottom leg, or you're going to stay here, taking an inhale. Think of lengthening, creating the space, and then twist towards the left when you exhale. And breathe. Big, big breath in all those parts that we're opening now. The chest, the rib cage, even the back body. One more breath. And then turn towards the front with your next inhale. So this is a transition. You're just turning towards the right and to the back, coming into a one-leg dolphin pose. Reach your right leg back and up. Stay here, but lift and lower your left heel. And breathe. Take one more breath. And then step your right foot down, push into your hands, Lift your forearms up, walk your hands back towards your feet, bend your knees a lot and hinge your hips back. So again, you can take your thumbs and into your hip creases. So I want you to have the back part super, super long. And then you release your hands, release your head. You can also interlace your hands behind your head, getting a nice gentle length in your neck. Ah, that is really, really nice for the back part. And then release your hands. Turn towards the left this time, coming into a cross leg forward fold. And just move your hips a little from right to left. Again, release your head here. And then uncross your feet, walking the feet back, coming onto your knees. Bring the knees over or the legs over to one side. And find your way on your back again. Lay down. And just open the arms out to the side. And then heel toe the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Take one more nice inhale here into your nose. Breathe space, create space just with your breath, and exhale here. And then just to neutralize the body again, just bring your knees over towards the right, coming back to center, to the left. It's like a wiper, but just moving from right to left. This should feel really, really nice now for your hips as well. And then slowly come back to center and just straighten your legs and find your final relaxation, your Shavasana. And if you have your diffuser, your oils in that moment, just bring the attention to the essential oils. And just let them move in your body. Supporting that idea of creating space, creating an opening, space to breathe. And slowly bring the attention back into your body. Breathe deeper again. And just before you start moving the body again, just take one more nice deep inhale into your nose. And when you exhale, open your mouth and sigh. And then when you feel ready, you're going to bring movement back, moving the fingers, toes, any movement that feels good. can also bring your arms overhead, creating some nice length again when you inhale. And then open your mouth and sigh. Good. And from here, roll over to one side. Maybe keep your eyes closed when you find your way back into a seated position. And make sure that you have a comfortable seat. You can sit on your heels or with crossed legs. Bring your hands on your thighs or on your knees. And just keep your eyes closed here. So stay with the attention in your body. Notice all those parts that we opened in this class where we created space. Chest, rib cage, and even the back parts of the body. And just stay here and take a few more breaths into all those parts. Notice your breath. See if you can breathe with more freedom now, because we created space that energy can flow again. So all of this, become aware in this moment. And then slowly with your next inhale, open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I see you next time. Wish you a beautiful rest day. Thank you. Namaste.